Well, here is the couple from Ivo Garden South. She has slight cold, otherwise she's okay. Are you missing them?
I miss all of them very much, especially my Kulubulu.
Gulu.
Kulubulu.
Our way down to SeaWorld. Okay? For the change of weather, all of you will get a little bit difficulty in adapting it for the first few days, first and second day and so forth. But as your body starts to adjust, you will feel comfortable. For the first few days, feet high. In the center of the tower, there is a revolving capsule. You know what the place is where you see a lot of marine mammals. They show you about all the marine mammals, animals, mammals, and so forth. And some leave this to you option. If you like to go, you have the time, just go. Okay, all these attractions, you have to just go in. Okay, you do not have to queue up too long. Okay, but some of these attractions can be a little bit boring for you because they talk a lot. Okay, thanks. Bye.
Just one day admission, $32.95. Adult, $28.95 for.
We're not going to get Tony in it. No, I'm leaving.
So it's shorter?
Part. Now, I'll play the Bonvilles on the guitar. It's, of course, our Dolphins. And here to tell us more about them from center stage, please welcome SeaWorld trainer, Sarah.
Now, this next dolphin is one of our veteran performers here at SeaWorld. You may recognize her. Her name is Sandy, and she'll be coming up in the center of the pool. And last, but certainly not
Discovery Cove. Our young volunteers, Stephanie Michaeler, got to meet a dolphin. We all get to enjoy the relationships that our trainers have with our animals. Yet
having fun. There is so much that we can share with everyone. Living and get light and easy. All the while. We like being your friends, 'cause that's our natural style. Free and easy. All the while. A sunny day, a sunny way to make you smile. When you're happy, everyone will free and easy. Just having fun.
Water Ski Theater. Here you will see the Gold Rush Water Ski Show, starring the world-famous SeaWorld Water Ski Team. We are now approaching the top of the Sky Tower at an elevation of 400 feet. Once we have reached the top, you will feel two slight settling motions, which are normal to our operation. The capsule will rotate twice prior to our descent. At the north corner of the park, to the right of the large glass building, you will see the blue-roofed whale and dolphin stadium. Here, dolphins and false killer whales star in the whale and dolphin discovery. Behind the whale and dolphin stadium is one of our newest attractions, Manatee, the last generation. This exhibit allows guests to see up close this gentle and endangered species. To the right of Manatee, the last generation, is our penguin encounter. This 5-acre exhibit is one of the largest of its kind in the world and home to hundreds of penguins native to the Antarctic. The green roof structure next to the penguin encounter is the Sea Lion and Otter Stadium, which stars our famous Sea Lion comedy team in Hotel Clyde and Seymour. Behind the Sea Lion and Otter Stadium is Pacific Point Preserve, a 2.5-acre sea lion and seal habitat, which duplicates the northern Pacific coast. The building to the right of the Sea Lion and Otter Stadium is Terrors of the Deep. This presentation features one of the world's largest collection of sharks and venomous fish. Next to Terrors of the Deep, you will see a brown shell-shaped roof. This is the Nautilus Showplace, currently under renovation and is scheduled to reopen the summer of 1994. To the right of Nautilus Showplace is the Anheuser-Busch Hospitality Center and Clydesdale Hamlet. Here you can see the world-famous Budweiser Clydesdales and sample your favorite Anheuser-Busch products. Next to the Anheuser-Busch Hospitality Center is the Pledge Theater, where you can hear of the Anheuser-Busch promise to the environment.
Never mind. Sorry, Clyde. Since you think you're so smart, tell you what, you can run the baggage shuttle. And this time...
Now, we wouldn't want you to go in between the procession, huh? Okay? We stay here. You take a picture of...
Cemetery Memorial, Washington, D.C.
One is because a lot of our people don't find it very fancy to go visit cemetery. But for the Americans, it is too. Some of them are during the Vietnam and Korean War, of majors and generals during the Civil War. They were also buried in that cemetery. Alright, so we shall continue. Next in our itinerary, we'll visit the Capitol. Okay? The Capitol is one of the most handsomest, the most visited building in America. Average per year, you have something like about 50 to 60 million people that go through this city just to visit the Capitol. Alright? When we go out to the Capitol, we are talking about an hour time spent there. We will spend 1 hour. We will go into the Capitol to look at the Rotunda. The Rotunda is the name given for the dome. You could see that in the dome, it put on top of the dome. Okay? And her name is Miss Freedom. Her name is Freedom. Going twice? Oh, anybody said 50 earlier?
It's 50.
There is only 50 states of America. And a lot of people say 51, 52, because they include Washington, D.C. into it. Now please remember from now on, Washington, D.C. is not a state. It is a part of the federal government. Okay? Federal government. So, way back in that time, which is given to the federal state. Since then, way back in 1800s, Washington, D.C. became the capital. So today, Washington, D.C. is the home of the President of America. The President of America lives in a house which is called the White House. The President of America goes and resides, and if you have any meetings, he has his meetings with his governors and cabinets or his congressmen in the Capitol. You have the head office, the head office of the Pentagon, the U.S. military Pentagon, located here in Washington, D.C. You have all the head office of all the federal buildings, from the Treasury Department to the Education Department to the Agriculture Department to the medical departments are all located here. Washington is also the head office for FBI, Federal Bureau of Investigation, is located here. And of course the home of most of the overseas foreign embassies. Coming up on your left-hand side, a very new, very unique structure. This is the Canadian Embassy. They sold this piece of land to the Canadian Embassy for approximately $5 million US. Today, they have their office space here for all the here that the member of Congress has their office, because this is the home of Congress. Remember, the permanent home of Congress. Congress will not be moving anymore. A bronze statue or law that has been set by is 19.5 feet tall. She is a very tall lady. Soon, please take whatever you wish with you. Whatever you do not wish, you can leave it in the bus. We shall be going through a very strict security check when we go in. Okay, all of you are required to have your handbags and your cameras together with cameras. The cameras, the machine are flip safe, not to worry. You have to put it through the scanner machine, and you go through a scanner machine. For those of you gentlemen who have coins in your pocket, everybody together after this. The tour will last for about 50 minutes.
On our way to the capital. Magnificent, fantastic building.
Everything is marble.
Hi.
based on the population. So in the House, we have 435 members. Every state, though, will have a different amount. So presently, California is the state with the most seats. California has 52 members, but 7 states in our nation have just 1 seat. There are states like Alaska, Montana, Wyoming.
Of this building, the Supreme Court. Coming up very soon as we drive through in front of us, on your left-hand side, that is the Library of Congress on your left-hand side here. When they started to build this building, they had only $5,000 to start a library. Okay? In 1800. Unfortunately, as time went by, the library was burned down by the British. Remember, British was here during the Revolution War. They burned this building down and it was rebuilt again. The initial fund to rebuild again, all the collection that was in this building way back in 1800 was burned down with the fire. So all papers and documents was burned. But fortunately, we have this very wise man, Thomas Jefferson. He had a very wide collection of books. They do all their work in here when they have to meet a meeting. Been hearing the word George Washington, George Washington. He is the first president of America. He was also given the honor to decide, to choose where to build the Capitol building. So he given the choice. Okay, he was given the choice to build the Capitol Bay. Okay, we will get to see a little bit of the Chesapeake Bay as we get out of the city. So George Washington was given the honor, and he has initiated, or rather, a group of people were asked to come together to lay out the plan of the city. You notice that Washington, D.C. is a well-planned city. When we go up to Abraham Lincoln's monument, you will see a string of lines during the Revolution War, and he gave out the plans. His plans was taken, and today the city is a well-planned city. As we drive through, you see a lot of buildings. Okay, we have just drive through this area what we call the part of the mall area. In this area, you get a lot of museums. You go through the museum. This building here, this is the Museum of African Arts on the right-hand side here. This is the George
Washington Memorial.
Mana? Ni ah.
Pushpa, Washington, D.C. at George Memorial Center. Time is about 11 o'clock.
Thank you very much.
Taking picture of him and he's taking picture of you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice game. Want we sit together?
Yes, please. Look at that, wait. To take one together.
Look at these columns. Columns. How many are there?
This is Abraham Lincoln's Memorial. Time is about 11:15. We are in Washington, D.C. Pushpa at Abraham Lincoln's Memorial, Washington, D.C. आप कहाँ के रहने वाले हैं?
मैं
हाँ जी।
मैं जी पाकिस्तान की रहने वाली हूँ।
ओ पाकिस्तान।
जी।
आप ऐसे तो पंजाबी बोल लेते हैं?
मैं
हाँ जी।
मैं पश्तो बोल लेती हूँ।
पश्तो बोलते हैं, अच्छा।
थोड़ी थोड़ी लगे बोल। पंजाबी समझती हूँ।
अच्छा, यहाँ तुआ पे आए?
हाँ बिल्कुल तुआ पे।
कितने रोज यहाँ रहेंगे?
यहाँ 3 हफ्ते।
3 हफ्ते, बहुत अच्छी बात है। And who is this handsome girl? Yes. What's her name?
Asma.
Asma.
She's my grandmother.
Oh, she's a grandmother. I see. Are you still schooling?
Sorry?
Are you still schooling?
Yes.
Where?
At the university.
University.
George Washington University.
He makes history for USA. So a president is a very, very important person. After they resign or they leave office, they finish their term, if they're no more president, they'll get a retirement or leaving office allowance of $99,000 US. Very nice, huh? After you leave, like Reagan, now you get $99,000. Mr. Bush get $99,000. And all this money come from who? The taxpayers. Ah, that's why America is so poor right now. And supposedly, if so that's how it is. That's why everybody wants to be president. Okay, so we should be arriving to the White House shortly. We will be facing the north part of the White House. Okay, that's where whenever you see the CNN news from the White House, from CNN News, that's the part of it. This building here on your right-hand side, which is going through a severe renovation, refurbishment, and so forth, this is called the old Executive Office Building. We will continue. So the White House is the home of the President of the United States. It has 132 rooms in that building. And out of 132 rooms, only 5 rooms is open to the public. So if you go on a tour of the White House, they will only show you the 5 rooms. The 5 rooms do not include, I repeat, do not include the office of the President, where the President sits. Among all the Presidents of America, only one President did not have a chance to live in this White House. It is George Washington, because at that time, he did not live long enough to see to the completion of the White House. The only person that started to live in the White House was the second President of America. That was John Adams and his wife. He was the second President of America. At that time, sometimes they like to come to you and ask you money. So please stay together as a group. Follow me. I'll take you to a point that we all will take a picture of the White House. All right? And then we'll come back to the coach. We'll give you some time. We'll be back in the coach.
Very unfortunate that we cannot get the good shot of the White House because the sun is